Hello, I am Ashley Summerall Ferguson, and you may call me Miss Ferguson, and I will be your instructor for English Composition 1, which is an 8-week course this semester. First, I want to ensure that you understand how to log into Canvas. If you will go to our college website, you'll notice we're at the website, which is mgccc.edu. Once you get on our website, click on My Gulf Coast, look under Online Classes, and click Canvas. You'll then be prompted, your GCID is just your M number, your student identification number. You'll first type that in, and then your password, which you were issued a password and likely you changed it. This is the same password to get into web services and that you were also given for your registration. Okay, and click Login. Now, depending on how many online classes you have, you may have several courses listed here or just one. Our particular course is ENG 1113, so you'll click the course. This is our dashboard, okay, and then you'll be taken to our class page. Now, for our class page, I have our modules page set as our home page. Now, the modules page is going to be your lifeline to the course. Now, the home page is set at the module page, but if you click home or modules, it's the same page because that's the way that I have it set up. You might have other instructors that have the announcements set up as the first page. It's kind of instructor preference, and I have my module page as the home page. Now, I've provided for you, you'll notice at the very top, course navigation, student instructions. Now, some of you may not need this if you've taken other online classes, but if this is your first online course, I wanted to provide you with different steps, directions, videos, just instructional resources of how to use Canvas. I did not create these videos and PowerPoints and notes and handouts. They were actually created by MSVCC, which stands for Mississippi Virtual Community College. And I think you'll find these helpful, but if you don't need them, just scroll down. Now, when you scroll down, you're going to notice that I have the schedule designated by weeks. Now, our schedule is going to run from week 1, which is Tuesday, January 22nd, okay? And it's going to run all the way to week 8, which is going to end at Wednesday, March 13th. Now, as far as the scheduling every week, it's going to pop up by week, and how the weeks run, they go from Monday to Sunday. Is how I have them set up. Now, this week being the first week, because we have Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, we're starting on Tuesday instead. But for the remainder of the semester, weeks run from Monday to Sunday. Now, you're going to notice with week 1, I have provided an online weekly checklist. And you need to print this out. If you don't print the checklist out, at least save it to your desktop, to your tablet, to your cell phone, so you have this on hand so you know the week's task. Now, when you click on the online weekly checklist, you can download it, as I said, print it, save it. However, you can just view it here. You're going to see how this is going to be set up every week. Week 1, as I mentioned, runs from Tuesday, January 22nd to Sunday, January 27th. Now, you're going to notice that we have only must-do assignments this week. These are mandatory. You need to do them to do well in the course. But in the future, you're going to have optional assignments as well. Optional, of course, means you're not required to do them, but they're highly encouraged assignments. The way that the checklist is set up, the checklist numbering system is going to match up with the modules. So notice here, 1, which is an introduction to your instructor, that's actually going to match up with the first module underneath week 1, and it's going to be this way for the remainder of the semester. Hopefully this will help you be more organized with the modules, because I know it can be overwhelming. Several things you're going to notice are just going to be like view something, print it, okay? The major thing that you need to print initially is, of course, the syllabus, policies and procedures, methods of evaluation, which I'm going to go over in a moment, important dates, and there are some major assignments. The major assignments this week that you need to complete are an email to me, the instructor. This is going to be for a grade, not just to introduce yourself, but for an assigned grade. Online discussion 1, And also, you're going to have a diagnostic essay, which you're going to submit by the end of the week. Again, diagnostic essay is not for a grade, but it is for my feedback, and it does let me see, kind of your writing at this point, and I'm going to provide thorough notes, so you need to know what you need to improve upon, and also what your strengths are. And I will grade this as if it was an actual essay with the rubric we're going to be using for the rest of the semester. Now, I want you to really see how the checklist lines up with the module setup. So you'll notice underneath week 1, number 1, as I mentioned, it matches up with the actual checklist, is the introduction to your instructor. You click on B, and A is not required. It's a little video where I, show pictures of myself and my children and my family, so you kind of know a little bit more personally about me. But B, definitely make sure that you download. You're going to notice this is how you stay in contact with me. Now, you can always email me through Canvas, through the messaging system, but sometimes Canvas has issues, and I want you to ensure that you know how to speak with me outside of class. I have a phone number. This is my office phone number, but you can call and leave a message, and just ensure that you leave me your full name and that you're in my online Comp 1 class, and also go ahead and provide me with a question so I can have an answer prepared when I call you back. If you ever want to meet with me in person, I do have office hours. I'm at the Jackson County campus of Mississippi Gulf Coast, and these are my office hours. As far as online conferences, several times in the semester I will provide an online conference where you can speak with me through your video camera and microphone, so you can actually have a conversation with me, so I don't feel like just a computer screen. As far as my email addresses, I have those listed. As I mentioned, sometimes Canvas has issues, so you may want to contact me through my college email, my Yahoo, or my Gmail. Feel free to do so. And if later on you want to meet me physically on campus, I did want you to have a campus map. I know some of you may be taking classes from other campuses, and you might not know the Jackson County campus very well. My office is located in the Learning Resource Center, LRC, and my office is on the first floor, which is room L132. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the home page. Okay, and we're again underneath week 1. Now, the next thing that's very, very important is, as I mentioned, you need to have the checklist and the schedule. Now, B, underneath the syllabus. Now, if you're a visual person, you may want to click on the syllabus PowerPoint. I'm not talking, it's just mainly a little bit more condensed information about the policies and assignments, but I have more thorough information in the syllabus itself. First off, the online weekly schedule. You might want to print it out so you know what we're doing for the rest of the semester. Now, I will still have the checklist every week, but this is an overall schedule. It just lets you know from our first week, and these are the assignments. Many of these are listed, of course, on the checklist, but some of the readings, like the page numbers, are not on the checklist. They're, in many cases, on the syllabus, which is the full syllabus. Then week 2, it also, you'll notice, gives you the due dates of when major assignments are to be expected of completion. And you'll scroll all the way down to our last week, which of course is week 8. Okay, and we're going to talk about some of these assignments in more detail in just a moment. Okay, so print that one out if you can, please. Okay, now if you'll scroll down again underneath the syllabus, we're going to look at the policies and procedures. Okay, please understand, as far as the policies and procedures go, these are not necessarily policies I make. It's policies of the college and Mississippi Virtual Community College, so I have to follow these by law. Okay, so there's some things I just cannot budge on because I'm not allowed. It would be illegal to do so. As far as online class attendance, I know this isn't a traditional course where you physically come into a classroom and I take attendance, but every week you have to be on Canvas. I have to see that you're active in viewing pages. I can see things that you view and the amount of time that you're on Canvas. Also, I need to see that you're submitting assignments. So I take attendance based on that participation. Assignment-wise, we're an 8-week course that it goes by so quickly. So you need to understand you need to be diligent, keep up with the assignments. That's why I give you the checklist so you don't get behind, and also submit assignments when they're due. The only time I ever accept a late assignment is if Canvas is down there's some issue where technology is restricting you from submitting on Canvas, but you could still submit via email as a last resort, and I do accept assignments in that manner. But if Canvas is working, I would expect you to submit assignments through Canvas. I did mention you have a diagnostic essay that's going to be due this Sunday night, and you need to read the assignment cue, follow the instructions, read through the handouts and notes that I have on a structure of an essay and appropriate MLA documentation so you know that you're doing this correctly. And I'm going to give you really thorough feedback. Okay, please do this assignment. Take it seriously. There's going to be 2 online discussions this semester, and you're going to need to follow the kind of guidelines of an appropriate formal online discussion and submit those on time, and also 5 grammar quizzes. We're going to have several grammar lessons. There's going to be videos, handouts, lectures involved. Make sure to view and read through those before you take the quizzes, and you'll have 3 chances to take a quiz, and the highest grade will be the grade that you're given as far as the final grade for that. As far as test essays, you're going to have the diagnostic essay, but after that you're going to have 3 test essays. We don't take really major tests. Your tests are your essays. So your essays are your major grades. You have 3 of those this semester: the example, also known as the illustration essay, the comparison and contrast, and the career narrative. You're going to see that a lot of these assignments are geared toward helping you decide on maybe a career path or a college path. I'm hoping these will be really relevant assignments to you this semester. These are going to be worth 45% of your final grade. As far as extra points, we're really kind of controlled in the type of extra points that we can give our students. We're restricted. We just can't give them out. You can receive extra points by taking your graded test essays, the 3 essays I just mentioned, and you can take the graded essay with the rubric, and any of our Learning Lab instructors, it doesn't matter which campus, they will sit down and tutor you, and you can just receive a slip that verifies the tutoring. You can, take a picture of it. You can have the lab instructor email me, and that'll be 5 points added to your grade for that assignment. Also, Mississippi Virtual Community College requires that you take a proctored exam. This is by law, so I can't budge on this. Your proctored assignment is your final essay, which is going to be an argumentative essay, and you're going to submit that assignment in a proctored setting that's approved by Mississippi Gulf Coast. You're going to do that through Smarter Proctoring, and I'm going to provide you with a handout that overviews how to actually schedule your, online proctored exam. As far as the dates of that, you're going to have a 3-day period, within March when you're going to do that assignment, and I'll give you kind of an announcement and an email that reminds you of when to do that. But you have to do this. Don't expect to just email or submit your assignment on Canvas and for me to accept the argumentative essay. It has to be submitted in a proctored environment. So I just wanted to make sure that you understand that. As far as your assignments, I'm going to be using rubrics to grade most of your assignments except for the grammar quizzes, but everything else will have rubrics as far as for the grading system. And by the end of the semester, you'll have written 5,000 words, probably more for most of you because you usually write more. Now, you just need to ensure that you have to participate. If for some reason you're not participating in the course, you are not submitting assignments, and I don't hear from you with some reasoning of why you're not submitting these assignments, you may be dropped from the course. So make sure you're persistent in keeping up with these assignments. And also just understand that plagiarism is not tolerated. You can't borrow an essay from a classmate who took Comp 1 last semester. You can't go to a paper mill website like helpme123.com and buy a paper. You can't copy and paste a paragraph from a website and put it into your essay and not give credit. In all those cases, it would be plagiarism, and you would unfortunately fail. You receive a 0 for the assignment, which likely would affect your overall grade. So please do your own work, and if you ever have questions about documenting something correctly in MLA, Modern Language Association structure, because you don't want to plagiarize, please contact me, and I'll show you how to do that correctly. As far as behavior, just follow rules, be cordial, respectful to your classmates in online discussions, and also to me, your instructor. And reasonable accommodation, if you need any accommodations made due to learning or physical disabilities, please contact me. Also, you might want to contact Student Support Services, which I can give you their contact information if need be. It also, the Student Support Services information, I believe it is on the PowerPoint version of the syllabus. I'm going to go back home. Now on the home page, I just want you to understand there's other resources for you. The methods of evaluation, that just overviews our assignments and what they're worth grade-wise, how they relate to your final grade. This is our rubric that I'm going to use for your essays. Course to Study English Department handout. It just ensures that my course is in line with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Thank you, and I hope that this has been helpful in overviewing the course.